In this video, I want to show you guys how you can get more out of your DAW by playing the MIDI notes. So the first thing we will try is to record out MIDI lengths. So we will alternate the MIDI lengths. So I have this melody here, which has like a static MIDI length. Of course, you can do that with other tools like LFO tool as well, but this is a little bit more playable. And that's what the tutorial is about, this, that you really can play things in the DAW. And sometimes it's not so easy to record them out, but there's always an option. So in that case, we have this MIDI recording channel here where ARP Gloomy feeds in. So whenever we do something here while we play, it will record it out here in MIDI as well. Basically, what we can do is we can select all the MIDI notes with Command A, and now you have the problem if you drag them that it usually stops at a point. And the thing is, if you drag them and then hold Command, then usually works. Sometimes it still gives you trouble, so we need to find out if we can pull it off. Then you arm the track and then you start recording. So that's what we have recorded out. As you can see, they have all different lengths. And what we'll do now is we will just flip this over here and then we will just listen to it again. So we'll take this recording here, and in case, let's say you have like those two are good and this one not, and maybe this one not, and you can also steal them from other parts. So you could take this maybe from here, and then you say, okay, I would take this from here, and then you also have like your 4 bits. Just like look that maybe you get it from the same parts in case you have like a little bit longer melody or something. Anyways, I already did this here, and I want to quickly copy this here for you for a comparison. So I will play the final version. And now we'll put it to legato, so we have like the old version again. I think both have their pros and cons, but I like the outcome here a little bit more because it gives it like a little bit of alternation. Definitely other ways to do this, but I think it's really nice to play sometimes stuff in the DAW. If you like this video so far, then please give it a thumbs up. That helps me to spread this video and also shows me which topics you are interested in. So now I want to show you a second thing, which is often ignored, and I just want to bring it here for the purpose of having it more complete because I use it like a lot of times to get things more interesting. I have this rhythm here. I think there's nothing wrong with it specifically, but it's a little bit boring. A good way to get this a little bit more going is to half it so that we have it like this. And now I had a problem. I had this version here. So basically I took over this here. I changed a few notes, I guess, according to the new rhythm. But then I had like this. Which sounds way more energetic to me, like more dance floor. I copied over this and then I tried around how I could end it, how I could alter it, where I could add and delete notes. And I had a little bit of trouble finding something which is really banging. So for example, this wasn't really satisfying me. And there I want to show you the second thing, how we can record out stuff really cool. It's by having like a loop here. So we'll make a loop and then we will change that loop while we're recording it out. If you aren't already subscribed to this channel and if you don't want to miss out future videos, there will be a lot of interesting videos about psytrance production, then please subscribe to this channel and hit the bell notification because that will notify you whenever a new video comes out. So check this out. Yeah, so this is a little bit more difficult than changing the end. Basically, if you change the end, it's the same like if you would have like an arpeggiator in the synthesizer and you just play like longer or shorter notes to it. And you can get like really nice results, but usually they are a little bit crappy sometimes, depending on how you move this. Let's give a listen to this, but I definitely want to quantize this because as you can see, there's like a lot of stuff not going on well. So check this out. For example, this version, I think, isn't too bad. It has also a few more shots because of that repetition thing here. But it should contain like the essence of this somehow, because it has been recorded from that one. And I think you can end up with really cool rhythms. Of course, you need to then fine tune it, maybe put things like this, maybe a little bit longer, or delete some notes you have put in here. But you get like completely new things or patterns which have been attached to the original loop, which makes your sound more out of the box. Sometimes you also occupy like a lot of slots you wouldn't have thought of placing notes in the first place. Yeah, as mentioned, you have a few more notes. So it's not like 100% fair comparison with that one, but it doesn't really matter, you know, like if it sounds good in the end, then you ended with something really cool. And if you just want to care about the main rhythm shots, you can also delete a few of those like small notes and place them new. So you have like a lot of options here. I want to show you a third little thing, but this is a little bit more experimental and usually it's very hard to end up with good stuff. So we have like manipulated like the lengths here. We have manipulated the loop here, but of course you can also manipulate the pitch. So what you can do is, and it's working mostly on FX type. I would say it's usually something when you record it out in MIDI and you play it again, you will record it out in audio, or maybe it's even a good idea to record it out in audio right from the beginning, to be honest. And then it's more like a thing you may use in a transition or whatever, like if you have like a very long melody, like between the block to just do something really crazy. That could be like an option which you go as well. So let me bring the MIDI recorder here. So we have it set to pitch, and I also want to bring an audio recorder here. So in case we have something really cool, we will activate those here. We'll need that one. And then we will just start recording. Okay, so what we will do is we will move this. But we will move it while this is on, then you will hear what it's doing. So let's record. So this is not something really melodic you get usually out. It's more like textures and effects you get from that, like short risers and fallers or some wicked sounds you could then isolate and use in your track. So let's check out what we get here. So for example, that one I think could be like a cool little riser you have in some moment, like in the middle of a section, end of section. That as well, like as a falling motion. You know, in that case, because of the sound how it is, we get more that riser thing. You can get really wicked sounds out with that, but it's very time consuming, obviously. So it's more on the experimental side, but I hope you still enjoyed that trick because it can get you stuff which you can get out elsewhere, I guess. If you want to know more about processing sounds, I have a video up here which you can watch next.